Welcome to New York. I don't know if I really got that, but oh well.
Here we are, Krista and I, going for a little walk down Cornelia Street, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice, but I'm kind of confused what Joe and Taylor were doing. I did find out, so there is also a Cornelia Street in London, and I don't actually know which one the song's about, so chat, if you know.
Well, I think it's about London.
Oh, is it about London?
Isn't there? I think there's other talk about. Actually,
She says she rents a place in Cornelia Street, so maybe she, at some point, I don't know if she ever had an address on Cornelia Street that she rented one of these. I don't know. We'll show you what could be Taylor Swift's.
To be honest.
There we go. Got that building. Got all these here. No one's coming. We can back up a little. All these apartments. I don't know. I don't know how much they cost. I have no idea. They could be Taylor Swift prices. Probably.
I mean, look at this is building 13.
Oh, building 13.
This is probably where she was.
Soft confirmed. Soft confirmed.
Yeah.
That is where Taylor Swift lived. That's
Yeah.
the door they came out of on their walks down Cornelia Street, but now they don't do that anymore because they broke up.
Yeah.
Unlike us. Here we go. In Cornelia Street, they talk about sat on the roof, you and I. There's two possibilities right there. Could have been either one.
However, it also does say, I love the way the city screams your name, and I'm not sure New York is the city screaming his
But does
name.
London scream Joe Alwyn? Like the last syllable is the same.
Well,
That's about it.
I feel like maybe city screams his name is not necessarily about.
But think about how
it's
many.
about his personality showing up in what she sees in the city.
But if she's
like-
walking around the city, think about how many signs she sees in New York City that probably say Joe on them. We're not sure. Chat, let us know.
Yeah, honestly.
This sign's just intriguing. So we're going in the Papaya Dog to get some water. So this restaurant right here, numero 28. We were at the fire station earlier that was engine 28. But then also, Krista and I started dating on June 28th, 2020. It's a kind of cute little building. Just stuck out to me as we were walking by, walking down the sidewalk. A little garden down here of some sort, courtyard thing. Looks like they got a garden up there as well. Pretty cool. It's funny because from this angle, it looks like that crane is actually just sitting on top of the roof there. Man, this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting all the way across many streets. Look at that building down there. It doesn't have any windows the whole way down until you get to the top. Here we have dance, shot on iPhone 14 Pro, shot on iPhone 7. There's the World Trade Center. Are we gonna go there? Fun fact, we don't know. So we don't know if we're gonna go there. We don't know if we're gonna go to the Brooklyn Bridge. We don't know if we'll do either. So pause the video, comment right now. Will we make it to either of those locations? Or are we gonna just go get dinner and go home? So here we are at FDNY Ladder Company 8. Some of you guys may recognize this. This is the Ghostbusters fire station. We'll see if we can get a good view from across the street. I usually don't like taking videos for vlogs in the portrait mode, but this way you can see the whole building. Pretty cool. Very famous looking firehouse from Ghostbusters. Guys are in there checking out their equipment right now. So that firehouse we were just at, that was the Ghostbusters one. That's in Tribeca, the Tribeca neighborhood of Manhattan. We are got a couple places we're gonna stop in while we're down here. Look around a little bit. Krista doesn't know what they are yet.
No.
But we'll keep you updated. One of them is really close up here. I think it's gonna be air conditioned, and so Krista's very excited about that because it's like 90 degrees today. Sorry, we're bouncing a lot, just, you know, walking down the street. But we'll, oh, that felt good. We just walked under a fan. That was amazing. You can almost see way up there, Krista and Mai's apartment on the top floor. Yeah. So we came to Maman Bakery in Tribeca. It's behind us. They're closing down, so unfortunately we are not able to sit in the air conditioning. Krista's cooling herself off with her chilled kombucha she just bought. But yeah, this is our first stop in Tribeca, and we'll update you when we get to our next one. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think that's supposed to be in the middle of my snack I bought. But yeah, this is pretty good. The kombucha's pretty good. Got some What's it called? What's your hand say?
The Pear and Kristen.
BKE Kombucha. There we go.
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn.
Nice. Here we are on Franklin Street in Tribeca, and this apartment building right here, 155 Franklin Street, that is the former home of Taylor Swift. No cap, no clickbait, this is actually confirmed. Taylor Swift used to live in that building. And this is not actually factually confirmed, but I believe I remember hearing that that whole building is only like 6 units. So, very nice apartments. Who knows, she may still live here. Rumors are she may still live here because there's a cat playground right there. A little cat playground, and Taylor Swift does like cats, so who knows, maybe Meredith and Olivia, and I think she has one named Benjamin too, are in there as we speak. So I guess Taylor lived on the bougie part of Tribeca. I said we got to, the bougie part of Tribeca. I guess the bougie part of Tribeca is literally from right there, the crosswalk, or right there, the cobblestone is. Not hating on Tribeca. I know a lot of it's bougie, but still, it's funny she lived on the single block of cobblestone right here. So this building right here, this is the New York Mercantile Exchange. It has written right there, which I'm sure is very historic. When you have an old building like that, it's like etched into the side. It's got to be a really old historic building. We are on the way to somewhere else, so we're unfortunately not going to be able to share anything with you, but maybe Krista will be kind enough to, on the car ride home, do some quick research on the New York Mercantile Exchange and let us know what that building is we just saw.
Yeah, just remind me.
Here's a fallout shelter in here. That's pretty interesting. I'm guessing it's those stores right there. Yeah, it's a fallout shelter right across the street from the New York Mercantile Exchange. Here the cobblestone picks back up on J Street. Not confirmed, but possibly named after Jay-Z. I know a lot of celebrities live in Tribeca, including Mr. Z himself. Here we are on Chambers Street in Tribeca. Going to our next stop right here. Philip Williams Poster Store. Go in and see what they got. So this whole store is just full of, pretty rare vintage prints of posters. Right there, it's probably for some sort of a show. I don't know, I can't read that language.
Here's
Cycle Strock. What's that? We got a map. What's this a map of? Part of Ward 23. Where that is.
not sure.
Not sure. Yeah, that's some cool one. A little Star Trek one here. That's something, that I do actually recognize what it is. But the other ones are cool too, even though I mostly don't know what they are. That one right there looks kind of like the folklore cover. And what's that next to? Is that Rolling Stones? A Rolling Stones album cover, it looks like.
Wow.
Pretty cool. They have a lot of stuff here, a lot of variety. Just about anything. So this store just runs end to end down the whole block. And it looks like they have a ton of different Life magazines here, all the way back to the 40s. It's pretty crazy. Let's see what's going on in 1939. Is that Amelia? I don't know. Is that Amelia Earhart? No, that's some generic. I don't want to profile people. Let's see what's going on in 1938. A California candidate right there. November 7th, 1938. 10 cents. Smoking. People are smoking in 1938. They're still smoking today. People are still dying. Don't smoke. So here we are coming up to our next stop. We are on J Street right now, as aforementioned, where Jay-Z may or may not live. We are coming to Staple Street. And when you come to Staple Street, you guys don't realize how famous this is yet, but I feel like a lot of you watching this have probably seen this before. But if you turn right on Staple Street, aha, the Staple Street Sky Bridge. Very famous location between the two buildings. So one of these, couldn't tell you which one, used to be a hospital. And at the time when it was a hospital, the laundry room was actually in the building next door. So they used to take the soiled linens back and forth across here to get them washed and take them back to the hospital. So we just realized on the other side of the Staple Street Sky Bridge from where we were, that is the New York Mercantile Exchange, that red building in the background. It's pretty cool. So now we're just moving on, going to City Hall, not getting run over. that dude behind me in the white, like, totally just started walking across the street, and it wasn't even a walk sign, it was a don't walk sign. So he threw me off because obviously I'm looking at my phone. So I just started walking too. I stepped into traffic. Fortunately, neither of us died, but
I didn't. I didn't walk. So here we have an interesting building. They like redid stonework here compared to the other buildings, more modern. And like some of these, although these are all kind of interesting.
Walking through City Hall Park. So that is, I believe, going to be a courthouse. We found a directory. Pretty sure that's a courthouse, and that over there is City Hall. We're just going around looking for some sort of sign to confirm that, or maybe writing on the building that that actually is New York City Hall. That'll work right there, New York City Hall. Never been here before. I've been to the city a lot. Used to live in New York. Not in the city, but I lived upstate a little bit. And here's City Hall. There it is. Got a little dome up there. The statue on it, New York flag. And in the little park here, we got courthouse right across the street. There's a really elaborate building around the corner. I'll show you in a minute. You can kind of see the top of it. Is that gold? When we were walking towards here, I was really impressed. I thought that was the City Hall. But this is still very impressive right here. Grand building. All right, boys, had to go this way on this one because this is such a huge building. Still not sure what it is, but so the middle arch says Manhattan. Well, here you can see the building in all its glory, and then we'll zoom in on the wording on it. All right, so one, I think I may have recently stepped in some vomit because I felt something sticky on the sidewalk. Two, so we can see it says Manhattan in the middle. Over there it has New Amsterdam in a year. MDC, that's 1600, and XXL. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm great at Roman numerals right now. But that says New Amsterdam in a year. This says New York in a year. I want to say D is 500, C is 100, so that'd be 1600. L is 50, X is 10, and IV would be 4, so 1654 maybe? Is that really when they built such a massive building? Or maybe it's in memory of something that happened in 1654, who knows? It could have been built afterwards, but it's like the years that New Amsterdam and then New York were founded, because, you know, it was called New Amsterdam first. But also right here it says NYC DCAS. So I know that's the Department of Citywide Administrative Services. So I don't know if that's what's in the building or not. All right, Krista, so we found it out. This is the David N. Dinkins Municipal Building. And I guess that, yeah, they probably have DCAS here, might be working here or something. Or no, never mind, that just says DCAS Police, so I guess that's just who's blocking it off so no one gets in. Update, we made it to the Brooklyn Bridge, and we're gonna try and also make it to the Trade Center. So we're not gonna go across the bridge all the way, but we're gonna try and just try and get some decent footage so you can see kind of the iconic arches on it. So we looked up how long does it take to cross the Brooklyn Bridge, and it said an hour. And we were like, no way, you know, it was only supposed to be like a mile, I think 1.3 miles. We were like, no way that takes an hour, especially, you know, you're not waiting for any red lights or anything. And now we're seeing that it's just lined with like tourism, souvenir booths. So that's, I guess, why it takes so long. So you guys can kind of see across the river here. Here's the first set of arches. Those buildings that are far away there in the background, that's Brooklyn. If you look behind us, you can actually see the World Trade Center right there. You can't quite tell right now, but that top spire is starting to light up different colors. It's pretty cool. Got a pretty cool looking skyscraper right here, kind of wavy looking, unique. I'm here for it. There's that municipal building we were talking about earlier. Another little skyscraper. And there, of course, you know, we got Murray Bergstrom High School campus. All right, here we are on the Brooklyn Bridge. You can see Lower Manhattan looking good tonight. Krista looking good tonight. And yeah, we're just gonna walk out to this first set of arches. Be far enough out that we are actually over the water. We're just about there. See, right here? I think we're on the concrete. Take a couple steps. I think you're gonna see live when we actually get to be over water. Take a couple extra steps. There's the arches we're going to. There we go. Now we are definitely over the river. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Here we are in the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, not the exact middle, but there's Manhattan. There's Brooklyn out there. Over the water. There we go. All right, here we are under the arches. Gonna actually touch the supports for the Brooklyn Bridge. There we go. We made it to our goal. We're gonna turn around and go back now. We'll see you guys when we get to dinner. Here's the FDNY. I believe what this is sock support ladder. I think is probably what SSL means. I'll have to look that up if that is what it is. But those are ladders who like complement their special ops guys. Those trucks might carry a little extra rescue equipment. From what I understand, I don't actually know anyone who works on one. All right, here is FDNY Engine 7, Ladder 1, Battalion 1. Pretty cool house. You can't see it too well in the dark. Pretty cool design here. And they just got to run, so we'll see what they go out on. So here we are, live and unfiltered, New York City at night. We are in a relatively nice area though, down in southern Manhattan. I'd say, what do you think? The sketchiest thing we saw today was that guy shooting up in front of us, probably?
No, I think it was
the lady screaming just now. Someone was just screaming at us that there was a reptilian goddess that was alive and she was back for revenge. So be careful out here, guys. If you come, look out for reptilian goddesses. And also, probably more dangerous, ladies screaming about reptilian goddesses. Yeah, for real. Here we are walking up to Katz's right there. Very exciting. Offer here, please.
Ooh. How is it?
Very good.
The magic is happening.
So here we are at Katz's. Seems like a really great place. Very historic looking, retro. So you order up there. We got some sandwiches. We got a pastrami sandwich, a tuna salad, matzo ball soup, some pickles, and then I also got an egg cream that we'll try. I don't know, it sounded pretty good. And then some cream soda. What did you think of the egg cream?
It's like zazzy chocolate milk.
Nice, good way to describe it. I tried it, it was pretty good. I believe it's just like milk and seltzer and chocolate syrup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has her tuna salad here. How's that?
It's very good. It just wasn't quite big portions, you know. It wasn't quite the right ratio for the sandwich, but
big portion, I think it's
better than
maybe.
too small.
I think it's maybe because I tipped them.
Yeah.
They have jars up there. By the Cutters, they each have a tip jar, so I slid our boy a 5, and he gave us some big portions here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's good so far. All right, here we go. Selfieing the first bite of the sandwich. Play it in slow-mo, guys. Yeah, there's some good stuff right there. I appreciate it. It's very good. Alright, so Krista's eating her matzo ball soup right now.
Yeah.
About to anyway.
Oh, that's embarrassing, my friend. This poor man is just trying to clean up.
Man, one of their workers trying to clean something just dropped it on the floor. A little awkward, but it's alright. We all do it. How is that?
Yum.
So we were talking about like this versus Alantico Venayo earlier, and they're just so different. I can't say if I like one better or worse, you know what I mean? They're so different from each other. Because food's also about culture. So like sure, they're both sandwiches, but Alantico Venayo, you got like that, you know, the Italian culture, that's something, considering it actually came from Italy and it is an Italian American, it's something I had no experience with previously. You know, I lived in areas that were like really heavy Italian American before, you know, but then having a sandwich from Italy was very, very different. I really enjoyed it. But then this is, you know, it's Jewish culture, but it's also old school. It's just almost like American history in here. You can see it's just like what has survived from a certain era in New York. And you know, that's something to be appreciated as much as the food itself. This is very epic. I asked for a to-go box and they gave me some butcher paper in a paper bag. All right, so we just left Katz's. It was delicious, but just heads up for anyone who may be going there in the future, they're cash only. So fortunately we had some cash on us, but otherwise we would have been out of luck. So just y'all remember that. Yeah. Made it back to our parking garage. You can go down. I will say, Krista was telling me, I wouldn't know, but that Cha-Cha Matcha we went to earlier was apparently very cheap for matcha. It was. Even though it is in New York City, which normally has higher prices, so. I'm gonna be honest, it was $6 for a matcha latte, no extra cost for oat milk. I mean, that's kind of unheard of. Some good views of the Empire State Building right there. All lit up for us. All lit up whole city. So I guess maybe we'll be spending the night here, because apparently both the Holland Tunnel, which we came in on, which closed at 11, I believe, and the Lincoln Tunnel is also currently closed, considering the entrances down there, and it's all covered in mass amount of cones that we can absolutely not break through and get down there. And there is a police car, it looks like, down there. So I'm not sure what happened down there, but they very quickly stopped people from getting down there. So yeah. So scenic overlook here on the side of the highway. I'm not exactly sure what New Jersey thinks they have to offer with this scenic overlook. You know, partly because it's dark and partly because we drove in this way and there was absolutely no scenery. So I don't know if they just think their city